We are interrupting your regularly scheduled programming for breaking news. We have just learned a student with was stabbed to death at Manor Senior High School. I'm Ashley Godot, joined by KVUE senior reporter Tony Plohetsky. Tony, tell us what you've learned.
Ashley, we've been piecing together information from a number of authorities just in the last few minutes. And what we can tell you is that this all began with a 911 call to Austin Travis County EMS just before 1 o'clock. Ashley, we were told that paramedics responded to that high school campus. And once they were there, they began what is being described as lengthy resuscitation efforts on a person who preliminarily is being identified as a male student at the high school. What we can tell you is that from our understanding from law enforcement, one person has been taken into custody. We do believe that that person will be transported to the Travis County Jail because, again, Ashley, preliminarily what we are being told is that that person is at least 17 years old, so being treated as an adult in this investigation. Ashley, law enforcement remains on the scene, and one of the things that they are trying to do right now is to figure out what agency, whether it will be Manor ISD, Manor Police, Travis County Sheriff, what agency is going to lead, tragically, Ashley, this homicide investigation, again, involving one student. And a big question that is unanswered right now is what may have sparked this violence this afternoon on this campus.
Something that definitely is sending shockwaves through this school. Hearing from teachers in there, Tony, that they are, as you would imagine, upset and shocked by what has happened. This is a live look at the school. KVUE's Matt Fernandez is live at the scene. Matt, tell us what you're seeing from your viewpoint.
Yeah, Ashley, as you just confirmed, ATCMS says there was a report of a stabbing about 12:45, and that person ended up being deceased. And it's been kind of a chaotic scene here. Just a few minutes ago, all the parents rushed here trying to get their kids, and they were told by law enforcement to get in their cars and they can go and pick them up. And Fabian, I just want to show this is the traffic that is going on right now on FM 973 as parents are trying to pick up their kids. From what I understand, a parent told me that law enforcement said for them to get in their visitor parking lot near the stadium, bring their ID, and then they would be able to pick up their children. But once again, Fabian, if you just want to come back to the school here, we have seen Manor PD out here. We have seen DPS, but it looks like Manor PD mostly has been on scene right now as the investigation is ongoing here. And once again, there was just dozens and dozens of parents here. They were waiting by the gate to try to get their kids. Now it looks like they're all jumping in their vehicles as they are waiting to go pick up their kids. And once again, what a parent told me from law enforcement was to get in their vehicle and to go to the visitor parking lot, bring their ID, and get their kids. And as you can imagine, just a lot of people emotional right now on a very tragic situation out here. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt. As you mentioned, we're hearing from school officials that parents can pick those students up at this point. There's buses that will be transporting students home as well. Tony, have you learned anything else in these?
Attempting to. I was just looking at the district's social media. No official statement yet on their Facebook page, at least with regard to the high school. Actually, I just want to point out that going back in time, these types of incidents, these fatal stabbing incidents, are incredibly rare here in Central Texas. And I'm reminded of one of the fatal stabbings that I covered 20 years ago at Reagan High School involving a young woman named Atrala Mosley who was fatally stabbed by her then boyfriend. And I just know and remember the shock waves that created and the heartbreak that created on that campus going back 20 years. So certainly as parents and students learn about what happened on this campus, about 15 miles to the east of here in downtown Austin, that campus will undeniably be heartbroken.
And so we definitely want to make sure that we reiterate that there is a student in custody that has been taken into custody, and so as for now, the threat seems to be contained.
That is correct. The preliminary information that I have is that one student was taken into custody. That student, again, this is all preliminary information from law enforcement, is believed to be 17 years old, and so therefore will be treated as an adult, and because of that will be taken to the Travis County Jail where that person will be booked in. Again, Ashley, a big question though is what that authorities are trying to get at, even as we speak, is what led to this, whether or not there had been an ongoing rift between these two students, whether or not this was spontaneous violence that was completely unprovoked, what exactly may have led to the stabbing and the bloodshed. I am told that this happened in a hallway on campus near a bathroom, and again, Ashley, as I said earlier, I do know that Austin Travis County EMS conducted what was described as lengthy resuscitation efforts of that victim.
And again, we know that victim, as of now, we're being told is a male student, correct?
That is the information that we have, the early information that we have from authorities who are at the scene.
And we're continuing to take a live look at Manor Senior High, and you saw just a few moments ago some parents with students in the car. Again, parents are allowed to pick up their students. Now there will also be buses taking students home, so get in touch with your student. We don't want to have unnecessary panic of parents trying to get to the school and their student isn't there. Buses are also taking students home, as well as parents able to pick those students up. School is canceled tomorrow at Manor Senior High, as well as Manor Early College High School, which, if you're familiar with that campus, they're right close to each other. And so school classes canceled for tomorrow at both of those campuses. We're going to continue to follow this story. We will bring you the latest information on KVUE News at 4, as well as online at KVUE.com.